Brought to you live on twitch.tv at NerdHerd Streaming. Let's see. Chat volume. And excited to be here to play another game edition of Tarkov for you this morning. Gonna try to get some quests done. Do some hideout management. Of course, do some stash management. Full of stuff here. I'm desperately trying to get another items case to get some more room here. But let's get into it here. Let's see what we can do. Want to we're going out to woods. So I'd love to get something a little bit more woods friendly here. So let's give ourselves a option to put together a sniper rig here. I was hoping we'd have some company this morning, but it looks like we might be running solo, which is fine. That's not a big deal. Yeah, out of room as always here. Room is always a problem in this stash. Certain I could do better with some stash management here, but what am I gonna do? All right. Yeah, I don't think this gun's gonna work for what I want it to do. No, I don't think it's gonna work at all. All right, so what I want to do this morning, we're gonna jump into woods to start things out. Got to mark some barrels of gas here. Just going to take a cutter and a handgun. I know it's not the best combination for woods, but we're not looking to get into firefights. We're looking to map these items and get in and get out. So let's go. Wait. I need food and water. Sorry. 1 second. Food and water is required for woods because woods is one of your larger maps you can run around in. You don't want to go to woods without it. Now, people would then argue, but you can find a lot of food and water on woods, but you can end up on parts of the map where it is hard to find those things. So we're just going to take what we need real quick. So let's do that. Okay. Grab some food and water here. Take an aquamarine and an iskra. That should be plenty to get me through woods. Should I take a key? Should I take my ZB14 key? Might actually not be a bad call if I could find it without too much trouble. Got lots of keys. Let's take a quick look. Okay, those are dorms keys. That shoreline. More dorms keys. Yeah, you know what? We're not going to worry about it. We're just going to go without the key. What could go wrong, chat? What could go wrong, indeed? Alright, so we're going to woods. We're not looking to fight. We're looking to take care of the items we need to take care of and mark. And call it a quick raid and get a quest done. We are taking a backpack because, yeah, there can be some good loot in woods we could check out along the way. I'm moving chat over to voice. And let's go into voice chat just in case one of our buddies want to jump in and play Tarkov this morning. Right, so I got chat on the screen. Let's get our map up. So we've got 3 locations that have oil that we need to mark. Now, theoretically, neither of these item locations are super high traffic. So in theory being the key word here, we should be able to get in, mark these things, and get out. But we'll see what happens, as always. One of them is up at the mountain. One of them is by Jaeger's camp, and the third one is over by Scav House. So some people would say, why are you taking a Keter to woods? Well, I mean, I'm going to be running around. I'm not going to be sniping or looking to take fights. This is all about avoiding trouble, getting in, marking what we need to mark, and getting out. That's our goal. And yeah, this is not... Actually, this isn't too bad of a spot. Do a little quick looting here. Hopefully you can get out real quick. This is a dicey place for looting, but generally speaking, there's some good loot in here. And you know what? I have a Keter, so you know what? I don't have a lot to lose. Risk and reward. Okay, we got our RFB. Okay. Like I said, this is not a bad place to loot. You just got to be quick about it. Nice weapons parts. There's another location here, but we're not going to be greedy. We're just going to grab what we can quickly. Get out. This is a high traffic area, believe it or not, because players feel it's not a high traffic area. So I'd love to do this in one raid. We'll see what happens. That was fortunate because I forgot to bring ears. Because of my last mission, I had to drop ears off in the mall. So that helps a lot. I just picked up some ears. That's very good timing. Filter. Okay. All right. Set up well to do this if we're lucky here. Now we're not looking to fight. If we find a player or a scab, we'll dump a mag out and run. That's not what we're here for. Okay. This first spot is fairly tricky to find. It drives me nuts every time I do this quest. Got some running. Yep. It's not what we want to do here, so let's get into some cover. I think I heard some running. Alright, let me look at my map for a second. I'll switch over to the more detailed map instead of the wiki map. Because this first spot is hard to find. It's right at Jaeger's camp. So it shouldn't be too hard to find, but I always have a hard time finding this one. Alright, I did hear some running, but it looks like whoever it was has moved on, or it wasn't here in the first place. Who knows? Alright, I'm going to get rid of chat for a minute here. Okay, there's ZB16. So if I go through ZB13, I should get to the camp. Just forget how dark this place is. Forget it. Let's get out of here. It's way too dark. Way too dark in there. Alright, if I go directly this way, I should find Jaeger's camp. Our first item to mark. That's the ravine, so we've gone too far. This might be it. I think it might be... behind these rocks. Yep, here it is. This is always the hardest of these three to find, because there's no other reason to go over here. Okay, now we gotta go to the mountain stash. So we're at Jaeger's camp right here. Here's the airplane crash. We could check that, see if there's any good loot. MRE? Start heading up to the mountain stash here. There's always scavs on patrol up here. But remember, we're not looking for trouble. We're just looking to mark stuff and leave. Wrong one. Might have missed it. Yeah, it's back over here. Very common to find scavs right here. Second plant done. It's actually a pretty good place for me to just to fuel up here. Right? Work our way over to our last location. Hopefully without any trouble. Trying to avoid the high traffic areas. Sawmill over there. High chance for scavs here. Not much we could do about that. Also, players will snipe on that rock. Not too much we could do about that. One of the things you learn about Tarkov is if you're gonna die, you're gonna die, and you don't let it bug you. Obviously you want to take precautions, but every time you go into a raid, thought I heard something for a second, there's a chance you're gonna die, and that's just part of the game. There's the checkpoint. We're going to go well around there. Because we're going to get this quest done before we mess around. It's a nice little walk in the park. And that rock there is where we want to go, so we're going to circle around the wide way. We've got plenty of time in this raid. And I'm just going to... Goal here is to avoid scavs if we can. Because I don't have the loadout to pick fights with scavs. There's our third plant. We do want to make sure this plant goes through before we risk getting killed by a random scav. Right, there we go. Quest is complete, so regardless of what happens... Ooh. Spicy, that's at Sawmill. That is not what we're here for. Alright, probably players to the left. I do see scavs to the right. I'll try to thread the needle here. Not looking for trouble. Trying to keep ahead of players that are probably going to be trying to get out. And we're out. Easy peasy, quest completey. Very nice. All right, nothing fancy. I was not trying to get a bunch of kills here. I was just trying to get the quest done, because that will give us more than enough XP to make the time worthwhile. Instead of going in a couple raids to do the same thing. Alright, let's get that quest turned in. Actually, really getting some really good stuff here. We got 2 trooper armors, which I could sell for $500,000 between the two of them. Some rubles and a whole lot of XP for really a pretty easy mission. And now I have a whole bunch of weapons parts that I need to get rid of. You know what? For sake of time, we're just going to put these in rigs for now. Because we have an opportunity to really put a dent in our stash issues here. It's like a chicken and the egg situation. Alright, so now we can take this, put that there. We're going to accept our quest reward. We don't have room for all of this right at the moment, but we're going to fix that problem right now. Okay. Don't worry, we're going back in there later. All right. So let's go to the flea market. These trooper armors sell for a small fortune. Look at that. Look at how much money we're going to get out of this. These are going to sell really quickly too. Usually, generally speaking. These go for too high of a price for me not to just cash them in. That other trooper armor should sell momentarily. I'll be shocked if it does not sell right away. It just sells for an insane amount of money, and let's see, we're gonna keep that. And the issue is you know, I could run that armor right? And then I could just randomly get head eyes in woods and someone gets it for free, versus me saying, you know what, I'm gonna sell that stuff and run cheaper armor that's almost as good. Some people do it differently. Some people always run the top of the line gear. Not this guy. Alright. Alright, so I'm trying to get another items case. So let's see if we can get closer here. Because another items case would fix a lot of my problems. Should be really close now. Okay. Should be enough room. Should be enough room for that items case now. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, new items case. Too big. Alright. Oh, but I could put 2 of these armors in here. That'll save me a lot of space right there. That MP7 in there. Put this IR sight in there. And just like that, we got a whole bunch of space. Thank you, items case. Look at all that space we have now. Not bad space. Alright, now we did have another quest reward here. This blackjack. Let's get that in. Now, how much will these go on the flea? Oh, I don't think I could sell it on the flea. So how much will Ragman give me for it? Because I have so many backpacks. 54,000. I'm on the fence on that. So let's go back. See how much stuff we could put in this thing. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, we'll keep that for now. Yep. Got another RFB. Do we need another RFB? How much of these go for these days? 36,000. Yeah, we'll keep it for now. Okay, so we got sold our other trooper armor. Okay, we're back in the black, so to speak. I wouldn't say we're swimming in money, but we're doing okay. Alright. Okay, which task do we... hate the least. Okay. All right. I see a path. I see a path. Path to get some stuff done. Alright, I can go to reserve and I could just kill some scavs. But I kind of like to do that as part of another mission. Because that's kind of a grindy thing. You stop by, you get a couple scav kills, and then you go about your life and do other things. So I'm not sure if I want to do that particular quest. Sort these by location. Streets of Tarkov, revision. I mean, we just have to mark 3 strikers on the streets of Tarkov. Now, let's bring up my Tarkov map. That's tempting to do. It doesn't sound like it would be too hard, other than, of course, being killed by players. So let's look at our map. Extractions, quest items. Where are these strikers? Signal ceasefire. Motorcycle number 3. Okay, there's striker number 1. Where are these strikers? Alright, we're gonna have to look in on the wiki. Okay, so this is you know what, let's do a quick scav run while I come up with a plan. There's a couple benefits to me doing a scav run. Lets me think about what I want to do on the next mission. Get a little more cash in the kitty. Yeah, let's do a scav run. I'll do interchange. Interchange is a good map for loot in general, and there's a bug where sometimes you'll still get a random crate to drop in the map that's not controlled that's not called by anybody, so you could basically get a chance at some really good loot. Let's do that, and then I'm gonna think about going into streets. Try to get some of my street stuff done. Try to find a couple things that we could do solo. See how that goes. But in the meantime, we'll get some loot. Like this Chrononste wouldn't be a bad throwaway gun to take into woods. I mean, sorry, not into woods, into streets. You know, so sometimes I really like taking stuff that I don't mind losing to higher risk places like reserve, streets. It's usually a good opportunity to min-max it, right? So you So what I mean by that is, like, let's say I got some good stuff on the jump here. Yeah, this is not bad loot to start out with. What I mean by min-maxing is so is that a player? No, it's a scav. He was acting a little, that scav was acting a little sketchy. Might be a new player. Sometimes new players act like scavs a little bit, and they're a little jumpy. So I couldn't tell you if that was an AI scav or a player. I think it was probably a new player scav who is a little jumpy. Which, hey, it happens. All of us were new to this game at one point, and we all were jumpy even as scavs. Me, I W key it around as a scav all day long because it's free loot. I don't really stress about it too much. Like, a player could head eyes me at any moment, and that's just part of the game. Already full. Could be a quick scav run, folks. A gun would be nice. No luck there. All that for toilet paper? Tricky part is right about now is where you can sometimes get the crate drop. I don't have a lot of time. A lot of room left to do any more looting. I guess I'll drop the bandage. Let's go up here and wait a little while, see if the drop happens. Give it 2 more minutes. If we don't have the drop, then it's not going to happen, and I'll just say hasta la vista. Just looking for places, looking at places players go to. While we wait here. Give it 1 more minute, and that way if it drops, well, let's just go. If it drops, I should be able to hear it, and I can run back, because it's worth running back for. But I honestly don't think it's going to drop this time. Just gonna min-max here on the way out, trying to get as much good stuff out as we can and switching stuff out as we find it, or maybe we'll find a better backpack or a better rig along the way. Don't really need capacitors. Come on, better rig would be nice. Soap? No, soap is not nice. No soap for me. It's a really quiet raid. Might not be any players in here. My friend Ruler says that's bad luck to say, but you know what? I'm not too worried about that. That's where we start making choices. I could drop those mags, but I'm actually thinking I might want to take this gun in with me to streets. Yeah, level it up as high as we can, and it's a decent gun to take into streets along with a Keter. So you've got some long range with some punch, and you've got some burr. And if you lose it, it's like, okay, like literally those were scav guns, so I don't care. There are times that you go heavy duty with gear, and usually that's when I go out with friends. So your chances of survival are just much higher. If I'm going solo, I do not do that. There's a barter for the matches, so that's why I'm taking them. Not for the value of the matches, but for the barter. Is that a scav? Yeah, that's a scav, okay. Oh man, I need that PSU for something, but don't have the room for it. And the defuel goes for a good price. I've got lots of Dashankas. Okay, there we go. Just min-maxing, min-maxing. I wish I had a bigger rig. Oh ho ho. And a sugar, alright. And a Shashanka and a hawk. Oh man. Okay. If I had a bigger rig, I would be in a much better place. This seems like a really quiet raid, so I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive here. I haven't seen any dead scavs. Oh, are you kidding me right now? Moonshine? Bye, fleece. Now I know there's almost, it's highly unlikely there's no players here. Just heard some rustling. Oh, that was that it's the scavs up here. No dead bodies, no indication of players. We're gonna risk it. I'd love to get another gun out of this. Or a better rig. And none of that's worth anything. But that moonshine and the sugar, I mean, I've had a really good scav raid for the storage that I have. It could have been a lot better. I'm gonna check a couple more places, see if I can find a gun. And then we're gonna get out of here. Oh, this is promising. Yes, a better rig. I have to discard. Come, it's not letting me search it. It should be letting me search this. Is it bugged? Oh, okay. It's not a rig. It is just armor. Okay. Interesting. UN helmet. And an SSD. Oh, tough choices, tough choices. Alright. Right. We didn't find a gun, but we found some really good stuff with that last look. Especially that body armor. Nice easy raid. Alright. So level 5 armor only covers the thorax. Nice. Okay. Alright. Another armor for us to run. That's always good. Definitely want this headset. Alright, now should have plenty of room for everything here. So let's not play like Tetris. Let's just get the stuff in the stash and then we'll clean it out after. Okay. Always love to get in a sight that I could throw onto a gun. Alright. That was a really profitable raid, especially the moonshine. I could sell that moonshine for probably 200k plus, but I'll use it for a scav case run and be very happy about it. Okay. All right. So let's look at what we could get for that gun, that body armor that I just picked up. I can't sell it on the flea. Okay, well that's fine. We can run it. But what will Ragband give me for it? 90,000. It's a tweeter. It's a tweeter, to be honest with you. Like, yeah, I'd like the 90,000, but that there might be certain situations where I want to run that rig. Okay. Let's sell this UN helmet. Not a huge amount of profit in this, but more than I would get if I sold it to Ragman, so we'll do that. Got some sugar. Got some matches. Got a cat, which I can use. Okay, I remember where these magazines are. This Kingi we're also going to sell for a pretty good amount to Therapist. Yep, 50k. Not bad at all. Okay, we'll sell this to Ragman. Last thing I need is a security vest. Moonshine. and a whiskey. This I'll sell eventually. And I'll keep this silencer. Silencers are always a good thing to keep around. I always try to sell something defense each scav run, even if you lose a little money, because you're trying to get that scav rep up. So this is good junk for us to sell to defense. And we'll keep this perfectly good rifle. Let's check the durability on it. Not the best. So what we do is we'll repair it. Okay, what does that get me up to? It's still bad. Oh, 93. Not bad. So this is a perfectly good rifle I can take for a raid or two for some long range kick, and if I lose it, it literally was free. Okay, so I think that was a good run for today. Hoping to play some Tarkov tonight, so stop by for that, but I might as well start work a little early because there's some quests that I want to do. I can do on streets, but I'm wondering if I should do it with a group. Just get some street stuff done as a group. I think there's some value in that. The group of people I play with is a little hesitant to go on streets, but you know, it's kind of late in the wipe, so maybe going into streets would not be a horrible idea as a group. See, like if we go into streets, escape from Kharkov, we're not going in. So it's 5 to 17 players. So if I go in this late in the wipe with 5 people, chances are pretty good that we'll be okay. I love how they call factory breezy. It is not breezy. Terminal's gonna be breezy. Shoreline, they call easy. No, it's not easy. Lighthouse is normal. Reserve is normal. Woods is breezy. Interchange is easy. Yeah, I would have to agree to disagree with some of these descriptions about how hard or easy these maps are. But hey, we got a quest done. We got a good scav run in. And we'll see you next time.